Welcome to my kitchen. I'm Mrs. Stewart, and today I'm going to show you how to make a chopped Greek salad. A chopped Greek salad has a lot of different vegetables. So you're going to need all the different vegetables, which is bell peppers, tomatoes, onions, cucumbers, and then you're also going to want some feta cheese, olives. I have some fresh mint from my yard, which gives it a really nice, fresh taste. If you have fresh mint, use it. If you don't have it, don't worry about it. And then we have the ingredients for the dressing, which is olive oil, red wine vinegar, fresh garlic clove, salt, pepper, oregano, and some spicy brown mustard is what I'm using. The recipe calls for Dijon, but I think it's about the same thing. And then for tools, you're going to need a nice salad bowl, some tossers, a few different knives, like a serrated knife for the tomato, a paring knife I used because I used baby bell peppers, and so it was really nice to have a small knife to get in there and get the seeds and the spines or bones. I never know what those are called. And a bigger knife for the onion and the cheese, because the feta cheese I bought in a block and I cut it into little slices and again into little pieces so that I'd have nice little chunks. I don't know if you could see that, but instead of crumbles. If you have the crumbles and you can't cut it in the cubes, it's totally fine too. But this is just kind of nice. And then cucumbers, also kind of in cubes. I think we're ready to get going. So I have one red tomato and one yellow tomato from my garden, and I cut those up first in slices and then in smaller pieces. I'm going to put those in the bowl first. And then I'm going to do what my grandma always did. And she would make her dressing, put her tomatoes in, let them sit before she did the rest of her salad. So I'm going to do that. So I'm going to get, measuring cups. I got the measuring spoons, but I forgot the measuring cups. So I'm going to use a 1/4 cup measure, and I will need 2 of these to make 1/2 cup for my dressing. So the other thing I wanted to mention is that it's not on the recipe, but you can put all of these things together and then have them on top of romaine lettuce. And that's really good too. I didn't include any lettuce, but you're free to. So after your 1/2 cup of olive oil, you need a 1/4 cup of red wine vinegar. If you don't have red wine vinegar, really any vinegar will do. If you have balsamic, maybe use a little bit less because it has a super strong flavor. And then I'm going to move on to my garlic. I don't know if I said, but you need this, a garlic press, which is really handy to have. If you don't have a garlic press, you can use a knife and cut it really small into small pieces that it's called minced. But I love my garlic press, and then I just scrape off the garlic that came out with my little paring knife. So I'm going to measure 1 teaspoon of oregano, dried. If you have fresh in your garden, use it. I don't have any right now, but I might plant it in the future because it's really nice to have. And I need 1 teaspoon of salt. It's a little tricky to hold it over the measuring spoon, so I think I'll set it on my cutting board. But I'm losing so much salt. So instead of doing that, I'm just gonna grind it in. Sometimes when we're cooking, we have to be adaptable and flexible to what we have. And the same thing with the pepper. I could measure out 1/2 teaspoon, but I don't wanna do that. I think, just our mustard. My mustard exploded when I was trying to measure it, so it's almost out. So there we go. Now I have my 1/2 teaspoon mustard, and I always forget something. I forgot a fork to mix it up, I'll just use a spoon. So I'm gonna whisk my dressing ingredients together, and it seems like a lot to me. So I don't think I'm gonna pour the whole thing in. I'm just gonna pour a little bit over the tomatoes, and then I'll add the rest of the veggies. I'm gonna add about half. So my tomatoes will be sitting in a nice marinade while I add the rest. Next, I think I'll add my peppers. I used baby bells. So those tiny ones are like this big. They're very